In a quiet countryside town of Yorkshire, lived a couple, Edward and Margaret. They were humble, kind-hearted people. Edward was a retired history teacher, and Margaret devoted her life to raising their only son, Daniel. From a young age, Daniel was a bright child. He excelled in school, loved books, and always dreamed of seeing the world. His parents never pushed him to achieve more than he could. They only wished for one thing, that he would grow up to be a good man, one who remembered his roots. Edward used to say, "Success is nice, son. But if one day you make your parents smile from the heart, that will be the greatest achievement of your life." Daniel would nod, not fully understanding the depth of his father's words. Years passed, and Daniel won a scholarship to study in the United States. He was thrilled. His parents hugged him tightly at the train station. Margaret tucked a little Bible into his backpack and whispered, "Wherever you go, take our love with you. And never forget, our happiness lies in yours." In the beginning, Daniel would call every week. He would send postcards, photos, sometimes a small gift. He told them stories about university life, how fast-paced everything was, how different the world seemed. But slowly, the calls became less frequent. The emails stopped. His life became a blur of deadlines, networking events, internships, and new ambitions. "I'll visit soon," he said. "Just a little more time." Years slipped by like sand through fingers. Back home, Edward and Margaret aged quietly. They never complained. Every Christmas, Margaret would bake Daniel's favorite cookies, wrap them up, and place them near the fireplace, just in case. Edward would sit by the window with an old photo album, flipping through the pages silently. One winter, Margaret fell ill. The doctor said it was nothing physical, just stress, loneliness, longing. That night, she sat down at her small writing desk and wrote a letter to her son. "My dearest Daniel, we miss you. We don't need anything, no money, no gifts. Just a hug. Just your smile. If we could see a single tear in your eyes for us, it would be worth more than all the gold in the world." She sealed it with trembling hands and gave it to the postman the next morning. 4. The awakening. When Daniel received the letter, he sat frozen in his apartment. The noise of the city outside faded away. His heart beat heavily in his chest. He looked at the photos on his wall, framed certificates, awards, memories of success. But none of them smiled back at him the way his parents used to. That night, he packed a small bag, booked a flight, and left without telling anyone. For the first time in years, he didn't care about meetings, emails, or his image. He just wanted to go home. It was snowing when Daniel arrived. The front yard looked the same. The trees, the porch, even the old red mailbox. He walked up to the door and knocked gently. Edward opened the door. He looked older, but his eyes still held that same warmth. Daniel dropped to his knees and hugged him tight. "Dad. I'm sorry. I was lost." Edward simply said, "You coming back, that's all we ever dead." Inside, Margaret sat in a rocking chair, her hands weak, but her heart full. When she saw Daniel, she reached out. He held her hands, and for the first time in years, she smiled like a child. "Daniel, this moment. It feels like heaven has opened its doors." We often run so far in search of success that we forget the ones who gave us wings to fly. Making your parents smile, truly, from the heart, is not just a duty. It's the most sacred command, the highest form of love. Sometimes, one visit, one hug, one tear is enough to bring paradise into a parent's heart.